What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Who is that? Thanks for being here, Kelly. Man,
Hey, everybody.
Kelly called me about 10 minutes ago and she said, "Are you going to get in the basement?" And I was like, "We've got an hour." My everything automatically switched. My watch switched, my phone switched, my computer didn't switch. So I didn't know. I thought Dream on Wheels comes live in 5 minutes and totally missed it. So anyway, thank you guys all for being here. Shout out to Matt at the airport, Thrifty Angela, Felix, Sue, Box Fan D, everybody getting here early, hanging out, chatting. Appreciate it. Kelly, how you doing?
Hi, everybody. Sorry, Maddie's barking.
Oh, I miss Maddie. How's she doing?
Being barky.
Being barky, yes. Welcome in, Helen. Thanks for coming in. Mo Bang, Land Cloud. Did you hear about Dallas? He had to have an emergency gallbladder surgery. Yeah. Had a stone stuck in the bile duct. So yeah, good thing. And he's doing good, recovering at Grandpa's house. Bernadette, thank you for coming in. Anyway, I'm up in Maryland. I'm actually in Smithsburg, Maryland. I just found out today I'm about 30 minutes from Gettysburg. So unfortunately, it's been crazy busy here. But man, if I had time, I would have made it. I would have went up there. Thank you, Whoa Nelly, for that big shout out. But yeah, I would have made a special trip up there. Linda, hello, welcome in. So, yes, so it's been kind of busy here. We've been pelted with rain, even hail, and trying to do a van build in between all the bad spring weather up here. But where I'm at, it's a beautiful location and I'm loving it. I got out of that. I had the last 3 days working on Julie's van. It was just miserable heat. Kel, how is it there?
It's been clear. I've been working, so I don't really know much about the weather because I sleep during the day. But we've had some storms, but it seems like they come in and go out really fast.
Yeah. Today was the first day of good weather. We knew it was coming. So today I put her, she already had a ceiling up and we put a vent fan in and a window in. Hers is a build out already. I will be doing a video on it, but her and her dad built it out. And he was like 95, I think, when they built. He was in his 90s when they built it. And him and her built it out. And so we're just making some modifications to it. So super fun. And Sue is super cool. And she's got a room, she's got an apartment down the basement. He's super cool. He made me biscuits and gravy the other day.
And tell him the other thing he made you.
Yeah, he made me a ring. He actually makes rings out of quarters. And he made me a ring, and it's a Missouri quarter. So it's pretty cool. It's very cool. I was super excited. Linda Barker, welcome in. And I actually mooch docked off of Linda Barker. And we may or may not have stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning talking. And then I got up at 8 o'clock to hit the road. So I was a little exhausted when I got here, but it was an awesome time. So got to meet her son and granddaughter. So super cool.
Cool. Last time I think we met her grandson. So you're meeting the whole family.
Yes. And they were there again too. I met them as well, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Welcome in, Tracy. What's up, folks? So yeah, it's been crazy. So Julie picked her van up last week and it was smoldering hot when she did. It was very humid. Um, so that went off pretty successful. And then I went fishing for a day. I did catch a couple of fish. Probably got, matter of fact, I've still got fish in the freezer I need to cook up. So yeah, it's cool being in the van again.
I bet.
Yeah.
Maddie
Yes.
and I miss you.
Yeah. Yeah, I love being in the van again. It's so cool. Yeah. Only oh, that's something else. Sorry. Fishing photo. Oh yeah, awesome photo. I actually ended up catching in Illinois they have to be 10.5 inches to keep them. So I actually did catch a couple keepers. And Holland's in the house saying hi to sis. Oh, the AFib. Oh, they cardioverted them, I guess. Hopefully it works.
It looks like it cardioverted. That's good.
Yeah. So I'll be up here until the 22nd, and then I need to beeline it home so that I can get my swab so that I can get on a plane and fly to Alaska or to Seattle, take a bus to Vancouver, and get on a ship to Alaska.
Johnny's going on a different trip than me. I'm going to be flying to Vancouver and then just heading over to the cruise port.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's
part of the reason why the airfare is so expensive is
right.
We fly from St. Louis to Vancouver and then we fly from Anchorage home. Yeah. So the airfare was more than one person's cruise fare, I think. But
right. What kind of fish did you catch? I caught some crappie. I love fishing for crappie. I did catch a couple of striped bass. I snagged a little shad type fish. It was non-intentional. But okay, so I'll be flying to Vancouver. So I'll leave here on the 22nd and head home. I feel like I was in West Virginia. I went to Connecticut. Then I went to North Carolina. Then I went to Missouri, Smoky Mountains, Missouri, Arizona, back to Missouri to here. I feel like I've got a tire that I might need to replace before I hit the road. I was looking at it again today. And so I think I'm going to have to get 2 tires while I'm here in Maryland. I just don't feel safe driving it home. So I feel like maybe that front end's a little out of alignment. So.
Oh, that's bad.
Friday, she has to teach a class. So I'm going to do like a half a day's work. So I think I was going to meet up with some people here, which I still want to do, but I think I'm going to have to get a tire too. Crappie are fun as well as, yes, they are. They're good. Man, I'll tell you what, that's the thing about crappie and especially striped bass. One of those hits your line and you think this is the fish that's going to feed your family. It just really takes it. And then you reel it in and it's like this little. So anyway, crappie is called sacolate in Louisiana. I never knew that. If I'm saying it right, I might not even be saying it right. So everyone here that it's now illegal to camp on public. What? It's now a felony. What the heck? So I heard they were going to try to do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Better spend a few bucks on a tire. Absolutely.
Johnny, do they mean camp like boondock? What do they mean by camp on public land?
Yeah.
Like the Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, I guess boondock. Yep. Heads up on that Tennessee law. Yep. What's the secret word? It's Maryland. MD.
For Maryland, yeah.
Got a jet. Seeing that. Good job on the build so far. Annette, I watched Annette's video this week, and I haven't done the shout out yet, but listen to this. So the riv nuts, when you put your riv nuts in the van to anchor your supports up for your framing, she took Play-Doh and put it on the wood where she thought the riv nut was, and then she pushed it up against the wall, and the riv nut made a hole in the Play-Doh, and that's exactly where the drill bit goes. That is a game changer for anybody that does riv nuts. And Julie's build was my very first build doing it. So I can't wait to try that. That was a genius idea. She said she saw it on a couple of things.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
did Amy become a member?
That's what she said. So I don't know if she like.
Oh,
I
I
didn't.
don't know why I'm not getting notifications. She said a subscriber. Thanks for being here, Amy. Mark Wolf is in the house. How you doing, buddy? I hope you are enjoying the family time. Keller, are you doing the wheel now or something?
No, I just let people
everybody's
know
putting in Maryland.
I know. I just told people like get ready. That's what we're gonna do.
All right, here's a
We're
question.
doing it right now.
Here's a question. Any new news on the survey? Okay. We paid $890, well, essentially, to get a survey done because we were worried about some pipes. So the survey, we called them and they're like, no, it's not done yet. So then I went out there to look at the land and see if maybe it got surveyed because it was the one day in May so far that it hadn't rained. So when I went out there, it was already surveyed. And two of those pipes that we've been talking about are on the property. So then we reached out to the realtor. We wanted him to reach out to the other guy, to the seller, and find out what was going on. So then we get a message. We get a message that says, call me. I need one of you guys to call me. So right away, when your realtor says, I need one of you guys to call me, something's not right. So the Thursday before we were supposed to close on the land, they notified us that they can't clear the title. Evidently, there's back taxes. So
Actually what happened is the way the bank ended up with the property was it was a tax sale. Like, so whoever owned the property hadn't paid the taxes. And we're talking this little 1 acre piece of property. I mean, the taxes couldn't have been $50 a year. So how they didn't pay it, I don't know. We do know it wasn't parceled off correctly. So who knows? Maybe they didn't get notification. Well, with part of them taking ownership of it, they can't resell that land supposedly for 10 years.
10 years.
Because I guess on tax sales, especially in Missouri, if the original owner would come and pay those taxes up for like 3 years or however many years it is, they can take the property back. So Johnny and I wouldn't have been safe to put improvements on the land because there would be a certain amount of time that they could come back and recapture it. Right. So it was very shocking. And for a few days, people were acting like we were going to have to pay for the survey, even though we couldn't close on the land. So it was very annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. Doreen, I agree. The butyl tape should work, but you know that stuff sticks really, really good. So make sure you do it quick. That stuff is some sticky stuff, but definitely should work. So the other thing you can do is like at the dollar store, most places where you buy the Play-Doh, it comes in like 3 or 5 or whatever. That's how it was when my kids were little. Then, but now you can get them like at the Dollar Tree. I think the Dollar Tree is $1.25 now. Thrifty Angela might know, but you might be able to just pick up one of those. 10 years, dang, guess that's, no go for the property. So we're back to looking for land, and we actually think we're going to try to find something that's got some kind of a small home on it because when people come to get their vans, they stay in our house. And what happens is I love it most of the time, but sometimes you end up working all day long and then visiting all evening long, and then you don't get any rest. So, not and you don't necessarily want to do that with everybody. So, we may try and find one with a small home on it.
Well, and
That's
the other
what
hard
we
part
want
is we all know I work night shift, so a lot of people don't really understand like going in and out and talking loud or singing or talking to dogs, like all that wakes a person up who's trying to sleep during the day. And
Right.
unfortunately, once I get woke up, like let's say I go to bed at 8 or 9 in the morning, if I get woke up at 1 p.m., that's like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I don't really need to be up till 4 or 5. I can't fall back asleep. So then I'm
Right.
trying to go the next full 12-hour shift, 12 and a half hour shift on 4 or 5 hours of sleep. So
Yeah.
having people in the house just, it's really great. And then there's times it's really not worked.
Right.
So done with that.
I'm cold. I'm cold.
I got my sweatshirt on. It's been really
Close the
warm
window.
here. But
Yeah.
with it being warm here, that means the air conditioner's on inside and thus it's cold. So
Make good friends with the elderly. Sorry to be late, not totally surprised the deal fell through. I know you yeah. Yep, wasn't meant to be. I think you have a great plan. Yeah, we just it and it's so weird because you try and feel like you're doing the right thing, that you're it's like, is it meant to be? Is it not meant to be? And you're listening to all the signs, and yeah, so hopefully we'll find something. We found a piece of land, and it was, oh my gosh, it would have been amazing. Becoming Bev sent me a link to some property down in southern Missouri, and literally the time we were talking about it, we got back on there. We were talking with a couple other people because it was like 40 acres, and we thought, maybe a couple of us could, we could, subdivide it into 4 10-acre lots. And so what we did was, we looked it back up, and 6 days it was on the market. It was already sale pending. Okay, how did you figure out the bed bench on Julie's van? You're not going to believe it. And I didn't see it on a video, but Helen came over, Folk of the Forest came over to help me one day, and we were sitting there talking about it. We were standing at the bench. She said, "Did you figure the bench out yet?" And I said, "Honestly, I've been so busy trying to get the van done. I really haven't sat down and thought about it." So she was already in the van. I got in the van and we started looking at it. And I said, "I really think whatever we do, it has to be on top, because on the inside, they keep hitting." So we talked about, she said something about a piece of aluminum, a piece of thin aluminum, like I put the 80/20 on the inside. And so what I did was I went to the garage and I had an old tie down strap, and I took that cloth strap and stapled it to every other board, and then in the back stapled it to every other board. And I kid you not, it works perfect. And all it is some, so I went to the store and I bought some, her Julie's colors were dark blue. So I bought some dark blue material, and it worked perfect. And all I did was staple material. It's a thick material, like ribbon, like cordage type thing. It's ribbon, but I don't know what you would use it for. Um like
it's
not
like
stock.
that webbed, it's like a webbed material.
Yeah, not something that you would wear on a dress, but maybe a belt. So, hi,
Yeah.
Diane. So, anyway, it worked amazing. So, I was super happy about that. I know. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Um, how's Dallas doing? I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss any other questions while I was spilling all that. Awesome, awesome. It's cold here. I just closed the window, plus I talk loud, so I'm worried about bothering people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Naj. Yeah, he seemed like a yeah. How long are you in Maryland? I'm in Maryland until the 22nd, around the 22nd.
Actually, I really think you need to leave the 21st because you have to be home in time for us to get to the urgent care clinic on the 24th, which they're open 8 a to 8 p.
Yeah, I will
So,
be. I will be.
okay.
Yep. Oh, pick her up tomorrow. Yeah, he had to stay at the hospital 2 days.
Aw.
Yep. Hey, G.
So I'm
Oh,
officially off orientation at the ER. My
yep.
last orientation shift was a complete, it was such a crazy, so many crazy things happened. Johnny, is it okay for me to say what happened if I don't say any names or genders? I think it is.
Um, about
Just like bullet point the three crazy patients that night.
I don't know. I mean,
Well, anyway, three crazy things happened, and it was like one happened 5 minutes after I got there. The next one was a couple hours in, but the first thing was still kind of going on. And then the last one lasted the last 4 hours of the shift where I was a one-on-one. Like that was my only patient because it was so serious. But it was just for all things to have that be my last shift. But I was a trooper. And then I had worked 4 nights in a row because I worked in my old unit and then 3 nights in the ER. And then I've had 2 shifts, I think, on my own since I've off orientation. I picked up extra last night and worked 8 hours. And then I have meetings tomorrow and then I work Thursday night. So
yeah. Kaylee said she's gonna win the lottery in bias land. I'll tell you
oh,
what, we need to win the lottery, but I don't buy tickets.
yeah,
I never buy
you gotta
tickets.
get with it.
I kid you not, I can't even make this up. I have a lottery ticket that I bought, and I can't even remember why I ended up with it. I don't know if it was at Christmas time when we were buying the kids scratch offs. I haven't even checked it. It could have been a winner, like a 4-number winner or a 5-number winner. I have no idea. I didn't even check it because I never buy tickets. And by the time I did, it was too late. And a guest cottage so Kelly can sleep uninterrupted. Yeah, yeah, that's tough. I love crazy ER shifts. Yep, yep. I Kelly talks about her ER stories on her way home from work. She'll call and talk to me up here, and she'll tell me all about them. And when she's talking about them, I do miss it sometimes. But then she'll tell me about some of the BS that's going on, and I'm like, yep, I don't miss it.
Sometimes I'll have a whole 12-hour shift and all the patients I see do really not need to be there. Not in a mean or
Oh
hateful
yeah,
way. It's just they could have just stayed home. They could have bought Benadryl over the counter. They could have bought a tube of cream over the counter. I mean, like they really didn't need to come spend $800 or $900 at the ER or whatever it costs. I don't even know what it costs, but I know it's expensive. We usually try to stay out of the room when registration goes in there because they're talking about money and finances or past bills or whatever. So we really just try to just not go in there because we don't want the patient to feel like we're influenced at all, like pay, not pay, like, like really honestly, we don't care. We don't deal with that. And I
yeah,
walked in and there was a guy that really didn't need to be there. And I was just coming in to check something real quick. And I heard her say, your portion of tonight's visit will be $898. You want to pay that now or get billed? And I thought, whoa, I didn't realize how expensive this was. And here this
yeah,
guy is sitting there in the stretcher, doesn't even need to be there. And that was almost
yeah,
$1,000. That's just
yeah.
crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is what I always think. And I don't the problem is again, and I hate to even talk about it too much, but the system's broken
Yep.
because
Yep.
when if you go to a doctor's office, you gotta pay. You have to pay something. So people don't go to the doctor's office. They go to the ER instead, where it's 5 times more expensive. But again, I do have to say, you do get immediate results, and people that don't feel good, they want immediate answers. So, but it is broke. What batteries would you recommend for 600 watts of solar? I use the Blue Eddy. I would do lithium. If you can afford lithium, I do lithium. And it's not really the solar that's important. It's what are you powering? Because you can have 600 watts of solar on your roof, but if you don't have a need for 600 watts, if you've got a 100 amp hour battery and that powers everything that you don't need 600 watts of solar. So, but if you have 300 amp hours of battery and you run a refrigerator and water pump and lights, and every now and then you want to use a crazy induction cooktop, then that's perfect. So it really depends on what you want to power, how many amp hours you need. And I would get whatever you need, I would get like 25% more than that, because inevitably, once you start this lifestyle, you'll keep buying stuff that requires power to make life a little easier. That's just me.
Yeah, because it goes from, oh, I'll use this to make my coffee, to I'll get this little coffee
Yep.
pot. And I don't know how many builds we've seen now that they have a microwave. And I think, oh, that would be so nice, because when you cook for two people, inevitably you always have leftovers. And in the van, there's no great way to heat up leftovers. So then that, creates food waste. So something new happened at work, and I want you guys to vote on it. So they're putting an app out where nurses that don't work for us can kind of pick up extra shifts to help out with the short staffing. So Johnny could potentially use that app to pick up extra shifts. She could work as few as once in 90 days or up to 30 hours a week. Who thinks Johnny should sign up for the app and potentially work next to me side by side in the ER? Vote yes or no. Yes or no. Oh, I'm gonna talk to Kaylee's question.
Yeah, why don't we
That's
speaking of lithium, have you checked out full systems with battery monitoring system, inverter, and batteries with so I've been looking into it because my the build that was scheduled next was supposed to have all that. So I've really been studying it, and I'm here in Maryland and she has the system. So I've been looking at that several times just to see how that goes. I haven't, not for my van, for what I use, I do fine. I do agree that if you're using a lot of stuff, you know, something like that setup, would be fantastic. The My sister has the Blue Eddy AC 300, and that you can get up to 12,000 watt hours um off of that. But so I have been looking more into it. Um Oh, I didn't even see D in there. I think I did see D in here. No retirement, doing what you love is better, at least for me. I know, right? Right. Yeah. So they let that's the one hospital that I've heard of so far that does let spouses work together.
Oh yeah, they definitely would
The
let us
one
work
thing,
together.
really the conflict of interest would be if I went to the emergency room and Kelly was my nurse. That would be a no-no.
Oh yeah, I couldn't be her nurse. No, we had some good friends that were there one night, and I didn't even see them at first. My friend Kara, that's my coworker nurse, she had them, and then I was going in and out to the room next door that was my room, and out of the corner of my eye, the one person looked familiar, and I was like, oh. And then I got caught up. It was a crazy night. I got caught up, and I kind of saw both of the friends in there. I'm like, oh hey, good to see you too. Sorry, it's in this circumstance or whatever. So yeah, I would not even have been able to been their nurse. That wouldn't have worked.
We
So,
put 2 LED lights in the camper and they flicker about after about 10 minutes, no battery, so they're a lot of LEDs flicker. Mine in here flicker. You can get, um something, it's not a relay, and it'll help with the flickering, but, it doesn't always work. So, sometimes it's when there's, like, a change in surge of power, like, when my water pump kicks on, my lights flicker. Um, if it's a distribution, Kelly, talk for a second, answer a question.
Oh, well, I was talking to Kaylee. She put in there about her EF the ejection
Ejection
fracture
fraction.
is 30%. 30%, Kaylee, is, on the lower end of the spectrum. So you definitely make sure you get to that appointment on the 23rd, and your doctor will give you some different therapeutic options of what you can do. But yeah, it's not on a necessarily 100% scale. If somebody's 50 to 65%, I feel like that was always considered good. And then lower than that was, you needed to seek some kind of treatment or therapies. Johnny, anything you could say to
Right.
chime in on the EF or?
No, that's right, that's right.
Yeah, you'll get some real answers on the 23rd, Kaylee. I mean, you can always get on a reputable source and read stuff on Google, but I just am always afraid that when you read stuff on the internet, they'll talk about the really bad to the really good, and it's not really tailored to your situation that your doctor has the answers to.
Right.
She probably had an echo, don't you think? An echocardiogram? Isn't
It
that
it
what
yeah,
determines the
yeah,
EF? Yeah.
probably.
That's a really simple test. I wonder why it's so long to get it interpreted. But
I'll have to get back to Doreen on that question, I can email her. So, what's the next question? When in doubt, call the doctor for consult, yep. Yeah,
that's a
you
good
definitely
idea,
wanna get all those
Kathleen.
answers from the cardiologist.
Yeah, that's a good idea too, Kathleen. Maybe the NP would have telemed and you could get an appointment sooner than the 23rd just to get some answers.
Yeah.
Oh, so Crafty Traveler, my hospital is not, it can be full of bureaucracy sometimes, but there's a gay male couple, two guys that are married at my hospital, and they've worked in the same department times. And there's times when the one has been the charge nurse and the other one was there. So they're not weird about us working at the same time or whatever. And honestly, if Johnny was going to pick up shifts, I would want her to work on my same shift so I could learn from her. And if she was doing the pickup, I mean, I don't think she would ever really be the charge nurse. I mean, never say never, because she has more experience than probably more than half the people there. But I mean, it just wouldn't be common that the gig worker, that's what they're calling them, gig, like GIG, like Uber drivers, whatever, the gig workers, it wouldn't make sense that they would be the charge nurse. But
Yeah. Kaylee, I actually, was visiting with, Folk of the Forest for a while, and definitely a good resource to ask questions to, and if both you guys want to get connected, I can, if you guys talk about it, let me know, I can exchange numbers for you guys. Um, you would be her nurse at home, yep.
Maddie's, yeah,
The
like an
only
Uber nurse. Yeah, just like a gig worker where you pick up extra shifts to make extra money.
Yep, Uber nurse. I'll tell you for sure, Hagrid's right. When you have dimmable lights, when you have dimmable puck lights, it for some systems, it doesn't have any problems, and some systems it do. Some of them flicker and some of them don't, and typically, it's the dimmable ones that create an issue, and you don't have to have them on a dimmer switch, but if they're dimmable lights, that can create an issue. Especially, it's a known problem with the Bluetti, I can tell you that. Um,
Well, didn't you say
with
a lot of people
Jason,
have
yes,
lights that flicker? Yeah.
yes, I will do that, Kaylee.
Well, it
Um,
is 9:34. So if you haven't already, type MD into the chat and we will have our winner. We only have 17 entries. So if you want to win something, there's 77 people in here. All you have to do is type MD in the chat, and in a little bit, like a few minutes, we'll pull that up. So everybody get a chance to put MD in there.
I could use one now and then. Like 2 nights ago, I couldn't do anything else. Oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible.
All right, we're getting some more entries. Should I go ahead and do the share? Oh, you know what? I'm on my phone. I wonder if I can't do share screen. Let me see here.
We trust you. Hi, Diana. Hi, Diana.
Oh, you know what?
I said hi.
On the phone, I can't do share screen. So I'm gonna pull it up. So there's 42. There's 43 entries. Not everybody always wants to win. So Johnny, what are the people going to have a choice of? What is the potential winnings? Prize queen. What's in the prize closet this week?
What's in the prize closet? Always my t-shirts.
Okay.
Get that out there. I'm only using Lucy lights. Yeah, in the van. I like my Lucy. I've got one too. I like it.
So I feel like
the solar lights are pretty good. Just being, all
right. I think we gave everybody the heads up and stuff. There's 47 people in the drawing, so let's see who wins. Again, I'm sorry, I don't know if is that sharing it, Johnny?
There you go. Yep, that's perfect.
Din the cockeyed
yeah. There you go.
So that worked. So people.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my email down there somewhere. I have it. Oh, my computer's going crazy.
Oh, Din is saying they didn't want to win. Okay, well.
Oh. Okay. Do it again.
Do you see it?
I see it. Patty A.
Yay, Patty A.
Yep. Brian, I'm in Maryland. I'm in Smithsburg. I am in Smithsburg. Traveling Granny, are you in Illinois? I already won the best gift. Aw, there you go, buddy. Sorry, folks, being silly. Oh, yeah, we need it. We need a good laugh. We need a good hangout. Oh, mercy. So I've been cooking. Do I get credit for that? A little bit.
Tell people what you've been making.
I've made quesadillas 3 days in a row. Or not in a row, 3 days. Well, I bought a rotisserie chicken when I got up here, and I took all that chicken off the bone, so I got to cook it. Chicken will go bad. In Felix's premiere today, you were sleeping, and I said, Felix, at the very end, I waited till everybody was like, leaving. I said, Felix, how long can I eat chicken? It's gonna be bad because I bought it like, I don't know. Thursday,
3 to 4 days is safe. 6 to 7 days would be pushing it.
Yeah. Cooked because it was cooked. Yeah.
Oh, Traveling Granny leaves Sunday because her granddaughter's dance recital is Saturday. So.
Yep. Thanks for being a vegetarian. I am not a vegetarian.
I think it says think about it. Think.
Yeah.
So the 3 quesadillas, has one been better than the other, or have they all been exactly the same?
No, they're fine. They're all about the same. All I do is put chicken, a tortilla shell, chicken, cheese, sour cream. I did have, what else did I have one time? Me and Bobby made fried potatoes with onions and fried a burger up. Sue provided dinner 2 times, and then the guy that rents, there's a full apartment in the basement. He made biscuits and gravy. So
Kathleen's my kind of vegetarian. She
I
passed
know,
her
I
veggies
saw
to the
that, me
cow.
too. So, I can't remember where I was at. Oh, Bobby, me and Bobby were fishing. So, I got to the lake on Tuesday, and Patty or Julie and I had been working. Then I was sewing. Then we tried to do the tour, did the tour. I was exhausted. So I got to the lake and all I cared about was getting set up and going fishing. And Bobby's like, I got some barbecue pork steaks. What do you want with them? I said, I don't, all I need is meat. I don't even care. Just give me a piece of, I don't care. I don't want to cook. I just want to fish. Yep. I cannot eat green onions, eat tomatoes, and I don't like olives.
Maddie is doing everything she can to get attention since I've gotten on the live stream. Now she's in
Yep.
there doing that thing where she knocks her water dish over.
Oh my goodness.
She's like tried to bark. She's tried to play with her toy. Now she's doing her water torture game.
Quail eggs, roly-poly quail eggs on my menu tonight.
Oh wow!
We used to raise quail. We used to raise quail. I didn't eat the eggs. We ate the quail.
I don't think I've ever had quail eggs.
Yeah. I know you will. I knew you were gonna be fishing. I left my fishing pole there. I made Maddie, I think Maddie is trying to volunteer for the app. Yep.
Yep, she's trying to do something, drive her mama
Yes.
crazy.
Yep.
I'm gonna miss her though when we're in Alaska for
I
so
tell you,
long.
I've learned something about, travel building. If I do this a lot. Sue has a tremendous amount of tools along with me. So most of the stuff that I haven't had, she's had, but she did go out and get a table saw. So that was nice. It just goes so much quicker. So I could have brought mine, but I really didn't think I really hated that time that I traveled with a cooler on the back of my van the entire time. I hated it. So I didn't bring my saw. In hindsight, if I go somewhere and do another build, which I'm sure I will, I need to go to an event in Kansas. I did not know about that in Kansas City. That's by me. But having that is a game changer. So
That's funny, Mark. She probably is. She's probably wanting one of her Slim Jims again.
yeah. Yep. I may or may not had a Slim Jim. I can't confess yes or no.
Johnny may have stolen some of Maddie's Slim Jims for real.
Yep. I love how people in the chat are helping each other. John's trying to help Doreen with the LEDs. Can you put a stowaway on? Yeah, that's what. So I have a basket back there. I have a basket that I can bring with me, and it's big enough that my table saw could go on it. I don't have a swing away. It wouldn't be bad. I would definitely do it. So maybe that's something that in the future I may have to. Maybe I need a swing away. So Miska loves Slim Jims. Thanks to Mark. Absolutely. Doing this on the road. So then what I do is I had this time available, and Kelly and I were going to go to the Nurse March in DC May 12th. So since I was going to be up here anyway, I told Sue, I'll just come to your house if it works for you. She had stuff going on too. So it kind of worked out. And then Kelly couldn't get off for the Nurse March. So we ended up not going, but I went ahead and came here anyway. I'm about 30 minutes where I did my nursing assignment up here. So I'm going to be able to visit a couple of friends while I'm up here. That's why. So I went ahead and It's a little costly, when you're traveling, but it's worth it. I love it. It's beautiful up here. Sue's got a beautiful place. So, getting all kinds of work done too. It really looks good.
Yay. I'm
Yeah.
glad it's going good.
Tomorrow I'm gonna show her how to make shaker doors. She's gonna record me so we can upload a video on it.
Oh, that sounds
Let me
good.
ask the cooking question. Let me find the cooking question. Actually, the one that asked the cooking question's already gone, already leaving. Night, Derek. 350 on CL 4 years. I don't even.
Oh, it was something about the refrigerator, I guess, on Craigslist. He hooked up his 12-volt refrigerator
What
today.
everyone is paying for these Dodge Ram vans. The Dodge Ram right now, the ProMaster, you're talking about the Ram ProMaster. They're like 40,000 now, depending on that's new. The 3,500 is 50. It's about 42, I think. The 20, maybe that's the 15. The 2,500 for the 22, I know is 48,000. The 3,500, Kelly was researching it. If I sold my van, a replacement van would be about 50,000. So has mad working skills. Folk of the Forest came by. She made a template. These back doors get framed out. These back here get framed out. And she made the template for me for Julie's van. So it was, when I had to do it, I just took it down, traced it, cut it. It was perfect. Hi, Maddie.
She's being so barky. Maybe she wants to see the people.
Maddie. Yeah. Yeah, transits are Les and Bernadette are talking about getting a transit, and they're taller. So Les is like 5', 6'4". Is he 6'4"? So he needs they've got the ProMaster right now, so they're gonna switch over to the transit. Anyone have a favorite cooking tool that is under 100 amps? I'll tell you, I've been using the Gas One. It's a little bitty propane stove, and I love it. It's doing really good for me.
It was only like $30 or $35 off of Amazon.
Yeah. Yep. I saw a huge transit today. It's really yes, they're tall. Narrower and tall. So 1,000 watts.
Traveling Granny, the Gas One, that's what Johnny was talking about. Yep.
Yeah, the Gas One. I love it. Yep.
I think you're right, Patty. I think Maddie was hearing Johnny's voice and she wanted to see what was up on the table. So now that she sees that you're not sitting up here on the table,
yep.
Now she's all calm.
Oh, now it's like whichever. I mean, because there's, I think May 31st, isn't that when they said they were taking orders again?
Yeah, that's what they said. They were taking orders for the next, model year. The good thing for Les and Bernadette is they have a current van. So many people that are trying to get a van, they don't have anything yet.
Yeah. But you got to check with your dealers, because people order vans all the time. Something comes up. And if a dealer can get rid of it, I mean, it's like, en route, boom, there you go.
The only problem, I think, is a lot of dealers are still adding 5,000 to 10,000 bounty on top of the regular price,
Yeah, dealers are marking them up 10,000. It's crazy. And that's how it is right now. It's how it is with most cars. It's how it is with all used cars. Is Troy here? Hey, buddy.
Yeah, he was. He had said he had to go though, but then he's still been kind of chiming in. Yeah, so we had a thing happen like was it just yesterday? I guess so. Monday, our oldest son, he was on his way to work. He works at a different hospital, but same company that I work for. And his car exploded. Well, it didn't explode, but it blew up. The engine blew up. He had to have it towed. So now he's going to be in the market for a used car. And, used cars are just so expensive right now.
Yeah, yeah. There's a rocket stove like that too when I'm like backpacking and that. Those are really good. Yep. Yep. I'm used to backpacking stoves. Yep. Yeah, a couple alcohol stoves. Yep. Yeah, right. Yeah. Night soul searching. Yep. I didn't think I would like it as much as I do, but the gas one, it's just easy. I pull it out, click the button, and it's on. You don't have to. I mean, and it's immediately warming up. We saw a 3,500 extended, $63,000.
That's crazy.
Gosh, that's crazy. 63,000. That's crazy. I recently bought it, but I don't know what's all in it. I don't know.
Linda, I think Johnny leaves her gas one stove in the little case, don't you? You carry it in the case and take it out when you use it?
Yeah, in here I do. If I had a drawer to put it in, I wouldn't. The only reason I have it in the case is because where I store it, it sits vertical. So I keep it in the case. That way I don't mess anything up. So
That's good.
before build is criminal. Amen. Amen. Um Beating the last days definitely made a difference. Uh yeah, definitely make I think so because they're trying to meet their monthly quota. So I agree with that. Yeah, not working during these times though. I believe that too.
I felt like an
My
idiot
son's hoping to
paying
get a used car. I don't know. What, babe?
I felt like an idiot when I paid sticker price for my car. I've never been the best negotiator for cars, but I've always either got the GM discount when my dad was alive or, kind of negotiated something. And this time it was like, okay, just pay sticker price, but at least they didn't mark it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so a single burner induction, that's what I've got, and mine'll go from, like, 900, 1,100, 1,400, something like that, so it really uses the power, so I haven't used it here at all. So, I'm on shore power here, though, I'm plugged in, so but even though when I'm plugged in, I don't have my hot water heater on, I don't I just my computer, I feel like I've got it plugged in now, it'll pull, like, 50 watts continuously. It's almost more than my refrigerator. So,
Hmm.
Subaru Outback had a hitch installed and bought a teardrop. Yep, that's right.
Those teardrops are so cute.
Yeah, yeah. And they're doing so much with them. When I was at, Carlisle with Bobby, somebody next to us had a teardrop, one of those R-Pods, and, yeah, they're really doing a lot, cool stuff with them now, and you can get them with solar on them now.
Yeah. My friend Amanda in Float Pool that you met at breakfast that one time? I told you
Who?
she bought a little
Yes, yes,
camper to
yes,
pull behind
yeah.
her Subaru.
That's the truth. That's the truth, cash only. I mean, when you've got a car payment that's about the same as a rent payment, that's crazy. Like, that's just crazy. And now they make it seem less
You,
painful.
Daddy.
They wanna do 7-year loans. I'm like, "There's no way I'm gonna have a car loan for" Maddie. Boop, 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 boop. Maddie, I see you.
You see Mama?
Maddie. Boop, 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 boop,
You
boop.
see Mama? I think she's looking at you on the phone, honey.
Aw. Speak?
This
Can
is
you
you.
speak?
I
Maddie,
think
can you
she
speak?
speaks enough.
That's funny. Good old Maddie. Fit for expedition. You're the star of my new video, Tracy. Yes, camping therapy shows lots of small campers on our channel. A lot of the what's that women's group? The campers?
I don't know, girl camp. I don't know.
No, it's not girl camp. But yeah, a lot of vintage campers on Camping Therapy's channel. Lots of good tours.
Oh, you know what we need to talk about is I finally got my weekends assigned in the ER, so it's official.
Oh
The
yeah.
Midwest Van Builder Johnny's Journey Camp Out Meetup is September 9th, 10th, and
9.
11th.
Yep.
So
Sisters
that
on the
weekend
fly.
of September.
Yeah. Can I drop her link? Absolutely, absolutely. Every moderators drop your links as well. And let me play my quick thank you video for my channel members and my Patreon members. I appreciate it. There you go. Thank you for everybody that member and or Patreon. I appreciate you. Keeps me doing what I'm doing. Camp out. Yep. What do you think about I'm not sure about the electrical vehicles. There's just not enough charging stations that I see, and I hate to get to a rest area or get to a place where I can charge and have to wait an hour or so for someone else to charge so that I can charge. Now, if I was just going to be using it at home where I was going back and forth to work and, whatever, that's another thing. But I feel like those things, you just never know. So I'm not so sure about the electric cars yet.
Yeah. Johnny's van tour did air. It aired on Sunday night, so it's out there. It's her most recent video.
Yes, it did. Did your van tour? No, she's talking about
Oh, the tiny homes one?
tiny homes. Yeah,
it aired a couple
yes,
weeks ago
it is
now.
up on their channel. Just go back and it's got over 100,000, 130 something thousand views. Yeah, it
That's
did
so
okay.
cool.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh, Tim said the batteries on the electric
I just don't know about it.
are only good 8 to 10 years. That would be expensive to have to, replace that, I would imagine.
And that's costly. That's so costly. Yeah, I'm not so sure about the electric ones.
If you think about it, they're in the beginning stages of their technology. So, as the years go by, they'll refine things. And just like everything, it gets better and better. And,
Right.
But
Yep.
I guess if gas prices stay high, people will be thinking maybe electric is, a better thing.
Uh-huh. Yep. It only seems like yesterday that Kelly was graduating. Amen.
That's for sure. Yeah, I think I've been a nurse. What would it be, like 14 months now, or maybe 15 months?
February. Yeah, February, March, April, May. Yeah.
16 months.
Maddie.
She's barking because she heard somebody outside. It sounded like they even pulled up close to us, but Adam's already home. So
Maddie. Look how gray Maddie's getting around her eyes and her face.
Her little paws. I don't think they can see her little paws are even getting gray. Well, babe, we got 2 minutes to close out the show. Any final? Oh, so Deborah's asking about linking the meetup place and what are the dates again. So Deborah, we are going to work on putting a Facebook group together. And then we haven't exactly figured out what we're going to do regarding reservations and the full price. We're not sure what the price is because the price is dependent on how many people actually show up. So
Right.
it'll be like
Yeah.
a small deposit. We're thinking $25, and then people pay the balance when they show up. And the $25 would be non-refundable because then that way it offsets if somebody says they're coming and they don't come, other people's price doesn't go up because that wouldn't really be super fair. So we don't have all the details worked out, but it is like September 10th, 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Think about building a mobile
A mobile
greenhouse that can be powered by solar. So
You know
you'd
those
have
little trailers they have that they sell at Lowe's? That'd be perfect to build it on.
which one?
The
Oh, the
those
trailers?
little trailers they sell at Lowe's.
But for it to where light could come through and withstand 80-mile-an-hour winds while you're driving, plus gusts, that would be a project. That would be something.
Yay, Helen said she'll be at the meetup.
Yeah.
Good night, traveling granny.
Yep. Look at the price of diesel. Absolutely. So,
Good night,
it's 10 o'clock, guys. Thanks everybody for coming in, hanging
Thanks
out
for
with
being
me.
here. Good seeing everybody.
Kelly, thanks for hanging out with me.
Oh, no problem.
Stick around just for a minute. So, take care, everybody. Have a good week. Stay safe out there. Happy travels.